Good Monday traders, welcome back to the Forex Board Trading Academy. I hope you enjoyed the weekend, had a rest and it's time to get back to work. And today we have analysis for the euro versus Australian dollar currency pair, because as I have mentioned, we might have the euro strength overall, and this could be reflected on the euro Australian dollar. So before we get started, I would like to remind you that all the information in this video is for educational purpose only and should not be considered as a financial advice. Let's get started. I have used daily time frame to see the big picture. What we have is the fibs applied to this massive rally that we had back in the beginning of 2020. I have used this high because here was the spike, a huge spike, but although price failed to close above the previously made spike. So here I've used this point to see or to spot the potential upside resistance level, the nearest resistance. From what it seems is that we had 88.6 fibs, which has been acting as the resistance, as the support, as the resistance here as well. So this level has been important, and for this reason I think I could use 78.6 fibs, which is next level. So we had the break above this resistance at 1.6407. So overall it was a psychological level 164 around this price, and we had this breakout and it resulted in a breakout above the 200 exponential moving average, and then there was a breakout above the simple downtrend trend line. This is extremely bullish scenario here on the euro Australian dollar, which I think we will see continuation of this uptrend. Although it seems that the price is at the top of this range, it still is a very bullish, especially considering that I do expect the euro strength to continue. This could be the case on the euro Australian dollar. If I zoom slightly daily chart, what we see, guys, is this clean rejection of the 200 exponential moving average. You can see the price failed to close. It was very clean rejection. Today there was a spike below, although if there will be no closing price below 164.75, it is highly likely that the trend will continue to the upside. In regards to the resistance levels, I have 78.6, which is also a psychological level at 167.00. There is a minor resistance at 66.50, which I will be watching, but the key resistance is a 67. And if we move now to the 4-hour time frame, here we had a break above the 200 exponential moving average. We had a break above the descending channel, and we had this rejection. If you see right there, I zoom it in again, we had this clean rejection, 2 candles cleanly bounced off this level, and this is very bullish as well. And finally, guys, we have a simple uptrend trend line. I have applied it through the point where price broke above the channel, corrected down, so I used this low of this correction to place my trend line. So we had a clean rejection just several hours ago. This was the rejection. You can see that next candle is very bullish. From what it seems, it's just straightforward an uptrend. So the resistance is seen, as I said, at 78.6 fibs, and as long as daily closing price remains above this low produced today, we will see continuation of this move to the upside. So 167 is the key resistance. The nearest price could be going higher, but I will be watching this first level as long, obviously, as this support holds. Looks very interesting in my view, especially if we see this candle closing at this high, for example. This could be a good confirmation because this will confirm the rejection of the trend line. In continuation, of course, of the euro strength, let's move to the euro Canadian first. We see that the support is holding, price starting to rise. There was a consolidation going on. You can see on the 4-hour time frame there was a consolidation here at this area, and longer term also price consolidating, as you can see. But as long as this support holds, which is the expectancy for this uptrend remains valid. So I think there will be a rally coming up. As I said, early this week, I do expect the beginning of the uptrend, which should have started already. That there is a kind of triple bottom here formed and price starting to rise. So I do believe we will see now a rise to the upside. And again, moving to the euro pair, which is euro Japanese yen here, price attempting to break to the downside. But guys, we need to see the daily closing price. If I go to the daily time frame, clearly daily closing price hasn't been below this support at 122.50, and as long as it stays above, we should expect the correcting move to the upside. All in all, waiting for the move to the upside as long as the support holds. Now let's continue with other analysis we had. Dollar Canadian, as I expected, guys, this we saw this rejection at first. There was a clean rejection on the forward time frame. Let's zoom it. Here was a rejection and we broke to the upside. This does suggest the potential weakness of the Canadian dollar, and I think price will be continuing to rise towards the second resistance that we had, which is at 88.6 pips, and that's 1.3632. So there is a lot of room for growth, I think, for the dollar Canadian still, especially after breaking above this resistance. But this analysis already reached the nearest target that I did expect. So kind of we're just waiting and seeing what will be happening, just following up on this initial analysis that we posted when the price was at this bottom. And speaking of the Canadian dollar, we do expect the weakness of the USOIL, because Canadian dollar weakness should show potential weakness for the USOIL. And here price is consolidating, not much happening. This also is a forward chart and could take a while before and if price will go down. But all in all, I do expect the potential move to the downside still valid. Obviously, this is the key resistance, and as long as price is below 41.50, especially the daily closing price, this should remain the downtrend. Next one is the, again, Canadian related, Canadian Swiss franc. So here, guys, I said that most stop losses are likely to be placed just above this high, and I do still expect the move to the downside. Even 1 pip higher will completely invalidate this outlook. For now, still quite bearish on the Canadian Swiss franc, just considering that the Canadian dollar weakness should increase in this week especially. Now we have left with the Bitcoin. So for Bitcoin, guys, very nice rally. We posted this analysis when the price was right there, and I did expect the break to the upside for the confirmation of this uptrend. I think that Bitcoin actually will go much higher. To be honest with you, I do expect the price of 200k. Maybe we will see some huge rallies coming, because this was a very strong bottom. It was a 10k psychological level, almost tested. So this rejection means a lot, and I think this could be a very long-term bottom, and we might see the growth towards, I don't know, maybe 40k, 200 even. Just mean that this could be a really huge rally. As long as this low holds, I don't think price will have a downtrend. Maybe corrections, yes, but if it's above this 10k level, this is clearly a massive uptrend should continue. And like weekly chart, I don't know, 20k maybe can be reached by the end of the year, who knows, because we saw these rallies on the Bitcoin previously, and I think it's just about to initiate something similar to that, or maybe even bigger growth, because the dollar is devaluating quite a bit and will continue to do so. We know all the situation with dollars being printed non-stop, so the dollar is devaluating. This should result in some interest in alternative assets such as gold, silver, Bitcoin, and so on. So we will see how it goes, obviously, but I'm really now interested in cryptocurrencies, watching a lot of them, and especially as long as Bitcoin stays above the $10,000. These were the analysis for today. Thank you for watching. I would appreciate if you support the channel, click the like, subscribe, and ask questions if you have any down in the comment section below. And finally, you can join our Premium Signals channel, Telegram channel, the link also down in the description below. Thank you guys, and I will see you tomorrow with the new analysis.